Dude. Sub 10 ranked. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out right now. I got this like 20 minutes ago, so it's like fresh in my head. Oh my god, I'm so happy with how I played this. The seed was really good, but it definitely like I definitely could have played it in ways that made it much worse than it ended up being. So I'm really happy with how I played this. I see it's a ruined portal. I switch my settings. As you can see here, I'm doing this. I didn't stream this live, but I was recording and trying to get 10 sub 15 private rooms in a row, and I just stumbled upon this seed. It's completable, iron pick, really nice. I forget that I have a gold axe here, so I mine like 2 logs by hand, so that's minus 5 seconds right there, but it's okay. I realize. I get my logs. I don't know what the correct amount of logs to get is when you have gold axe and like nothing else. I usually get like a stack usually. But yeah, this is really fast ruin portal. Like the only really thing you can ask for more is like food or looting 3 or like any amount of looting. I make my pickaxe, boom boom boom. I make my boat. At this point I start considering I have to get food. I look around a little bit and then I decide I'm just gonna enter, because I've been getting more comfortable playing RPs without food recently. Like if it's really out of your way, then like it is just the correct decision to play foodless and play the foodless seed well, like regardless. So yeah, obviously insta treasure bastion. I don't see the fort on my first look around, but I obviously eventually see the fort. I dodged this pig's arrow. It would have hit me if I didn't like move slightly backwards, but I dodged that pig arrow, which is very important on a foodless seed where obviously any amount of damage that you take is extremely detrimental. It's nice having gold armor here in treasure. I get hit once, unfortunately, but that's the only amount of unintentional damage I take in this entire seed. I block up that hole because the items will spill over there as soon as I trade. Otherwise, and then I do the regular treasure route. I'm happy with how little unintentional damage I took in this treasure route. Obviously, treasure is one of the bastions where it's like the most damage heavy. And this is a 2-minute like route. Like I'm in the middle of the route. I see the fort. I check the direction. It's west. I see the fort out of the corner of my eye. I'm pretty happy with that spot. I didn't even wide macro or anything. And yeah, at this point, I'm like, okay, this is kind of fast, but foodless seed, like anything can happen. So I wasn't too freaking out about it yet. I didn't realize just how fast it was yet. I mean, I guess like if you enter foodless, like that's a full 30-second time save in the overworld, and it is an insta bastion. And treasure, if you get 20 and you see the fortress, it's fast and it's also consistent. So, I loot these chests. I loot this chest plate, and then I realize, wait, I don't need that because I spawned with gold armor on. Loot this second rampart. I'm really hoping it has a bunch of obby. Boom. That's all the obby I could ever need. Like, there's no way I won't get 20 from trades at this rate. I mine here. I throw away this gold. I decide to pre-craft some stuff. Always nice to pre-craft 2 beds before you enter the fortress, because that way you can decide to double or single blaze bed depending on the amount of explosives you get. I pre-craft my iron axe here. I get everything set. Boom, I have everything. And this is crazy pace for me. It is currently 3:12 on the timer, if you see here. My fastest ever fortress enter before this was like 4:14. I'm entering it at 3:19. Fastest pace by over a minute so far. Not over a minute, but you know what I mean. I look around to see if the spawner, boom, I spot it. I hesitate a little bit there because I'm thinking maybe I should get that stray, but I decide against it. Because I want to get the spawner blaze bedded as quickly as possible. I made a typo there, search crafting bricks. I misplaced once there, it's fine. Double blaze bed is very fast. Especially on like semi-open spawners like this. And like this is crazy. Obviously I still need to what's it called, hunger reset on blind because I don't have food. But I mean, this is where alarm bells really started ringing. I mean, alarm bells started ringing as soon as I entered the fort, really, because it's just the fastest ever fort I've ever had by a mile. Boom, I get into fire. These rates are actually not that great. I see the second spawner out of the corner of my eye, but I decide against it. I make my portal here. I was considering hunger resetting here, but I decide against it as well. I just got this spawn, and it's not good blinding super early, and like even if I get hit by one blaze here, it won't kill me. I could have technically been spawned on and like comboed, so I guess it's not entirely safe. This blaze is taking a while to drop down, but I decide against blinding there. I empty out my inventory. A big reason why I decided against blinding there is because I didn't have beds pre-crafted, and obviously I need a hunger reset in the overworld, so it's good to have beds pre-crafted there. I stopped crafting my sticks because I realized I've already crafted them. I make all my beds. I decide against even crafting anchors because 9 beds, or I guess 8 beds there, because I had 1 inventory slot full I couldn't get all the beds. 8 beds is more than you will ever need for any zero cycle setup regardless, so I decide to blind here. It's a 509 blind. I'm not exactly sure what my blind was on my looting 3 like crazy pace, but I think this is like near as fast, probably. It's extremely fast, obviously sub 10 base. Measure the eye here, 1067. I could have decided to try to kill some animals here, but I decide against it. It's just 1 extra hunger reset if I don't kill animals here. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Here is where I notice my pearl situation. I have 7 eyes and 6 pearls, which is really, really not great, because if it's a 0 eye, then you only have 1 pearl, which you cannot hit a 0 with 1 pearl, unless you're Jesus. So because of that, I decide to try to play for not pearling to second portal cords that much, because I want to save for potentially a 1 eye or a 2 eye to hit a 0, because obviously 0, most consistent way of getting a fast time. You could lose minutes to 0. Boom, I have all the rods I need, because I had 4 when I blinded, and I just got 2. The terrain to where I'm trying to go is not great, so I decide to go another direction. I'm pretty proud of this decision. I decide to go another direction in order to find some potentially open terrain rather than having to dig through anything. That's especially awkward if you have to pearl crawl inwards, because I don't know how to do boat crawl yet. As you can see, I'm intentionally trying to avoid pearling or taking any damage. I do realize that I have to pearl once here, though, so that brings it down to 12, which, I mean, no matter how many eyes the portal has, I'll still be able to enter with 12, obviously, but I won't be able to hit most zeros. And that's something I kind of had to live with at this point. I'm close to cords. This is I'm almost at cords at around 7 minutes. My fastest ever stronghold enter was my looting 3 pace, which was 6:45. So this is almost matching the looting 3 pace without looting 3, which is so crazy. Anyway, I light the portal, get stuff set up. I'm freaking out at this point. Let's lock in. Hit starter, boom. I've had an issue with not hitting starter recently, so that's good. I see a nice little spike there. I double check all around me to do a full scan, more thorough. And the spike looks good. Neither of these are hiddens, but I decide to commit to this wormhole, this direction, because my spike is good. I recheck, and then boom, I hear the silverfish. I know it's down here. I try to hunger reset first, and then I decide against it, because obviously I'm not hitting the 0. It is a 2-eye, which means technically I could have hit the 0 if it was like front open. I mean, without a hunger reset, it's kind of hard, but it is a 2-eye, so I technically had hope for a 0 at this point. This is a sub 8 end enter. And then I check the O value 61. It's over. There's no chance I'm going to 0 cycle this. I don't think like anybody is realistically 0 cycling this in any game ever. Like 61 is absurd. So yeah, I make an interesting decision here. I could have played for the insta perch by not half bowing, but what I like to do when I'm so ahead of PB pace that even like not an insta perch will get it, I like half bowing instead, because like I said, like even if the dragon doesn't insta perch, like my PB is 1009, like it's still PB pace. So I decide to half bow. My half bow is not great if I remember correctly. This is the one part of the run that I don't play very well in my opinion. I think I missed a couple arrows. I think I missed that one. Yep. And then I think I missed a couple more. Yeah, I missed that last one. And I decided to pearl out, which is a bit of a risky play because obviously it leaves me on 4.5 hearts. Something I'm considering is the amount of armor that I have at this point. I could technically pearl in and maybe save a half a heart off the 4 armor bars I have, but that's not something I would like to play for if I can avoid it. So I'm kind of like conflicted on where to stand here, because I know obviously standing farther is better, but I also want to not pearl in because that'll put me at risk for potentially not being able to one cycle the dragon. Pearls in purchase in here. This is really scary because I'm kind of far away. I decide to pearl in here. It's not a great pearl, but it saves a little bit of distance, and luckily enough the 4 armor bars do save a half heart, and I am able to 4-bed the dragon, which I'm pretty happy with that play. Like, I think I'm very happy with this run, as you can see here with the camera shake, but I'm pretty happy with that play because chances are 4 armor bars, like, it's probably going to save a half a heart. So 9:37. I'm so proud of this run. I don't know when I started speedrunning again, but it like was not that long ago. Like it was pretty recent, like a couple months at most. And I'm a sub 10 player. I can officially say that I'm a sub 10 player, and I'm so happy with that. Sub 10 ranked soon, surely.